Teams can always find value in the later rounds of the draft, and some former sports stars of tomorrow could be on the board for them to select. Maryland defensive back Nick Cross is a player who's developed into an NFL prospect despite the fact he wasn't really serious about football until high school. When we met him at Washington, D.C. area powered DeMatha, he was entering just his 4th year of organized football.
Get up, Nick.
Nick's a phenomenal story just because he's only been playing football for 3 years now. He's maniacal about preparation. He gets out there, he performs on a high level, and he's one of the most gifted athletes I've ever coached. So you combine that with an intelligence, he's a dynamic player.
Nick Cross, you know, that's my guy. He's new to football, but he's picked it up faster, and he's better than a lot of guys who've played their whole lives. He's a playmaker on the defensive side of the ball.
And they've been everything. From the start, Coach DeBerry, Coach Brooks was the first one I ever met at an athletic meet and greet, 8th grade, and he just said he liked my size and everything. And then freshman year, it was Coach DeBerry, Coach Emmett, all of them who have been a part of this program have helped me in some sort of way, shape or fashion to become who I am today. I love the game. I love preparing. I love watching film. I love just studying. I think it's an art to play the game of football, especially defensive back. You got to be able to have the right technique. You got to be a technician to be able to play at the next level. And I think that's what makes the elite players elite, because they take the extra time to make sure that they get that last rep and that last sprint or whatever to separate them from the rest.
Nick was a track star in high school and even competed a little bit in college. But he's now focused on his NFL dream, and he could be a nice addition to a team's depth chart. If you had asked Clemson defensive back Mario Goodrich 5 years ago where he had dreamed he'd be in 2022, he probably would have said the NBA. Basketball was always his favorite sport, but at Lee Summit West High School in the Kansas City area, he grew to accept the colleges had a lot more interest in him on the football field.
It's hard. I mean, the thing's just, my football offers were higher than my basketball offers, and I mean, I wasn't really getting looked at.
He's good. He got a couple Division I offers for basketball, but not the type of offers that he got for football. So once he started feeling that football was his main sport, he really bought into it.
Yeah, I like it more now than I did then. What I like about it is, I mean, get to score on defense, get to score on offense, get to hit people on defense, making plays, and being able to celebrate with your team.
The commitment to football has obviously worked out. He was a first-team All-ACC selection last season, and he'll certainly hear his name called at some point in the NFL draft. Tyreke Smith of Ohio State actually quit football for a little while in grade school because of concussion concerns. The coaches at Cleveland Heights High School in Ohio, however, talked him into giving it another try. Once Tyreke's technique improved, he felt safer and more confident on the football field.
Like the concussions I had in my younger days, I always think it's, if you're not going full speed and doing something 100%, then you're willing to hurt yourself, and you're more easy to hurt yourself. So I just think to go 100%, I don't try to throw my body around, but I mean, I'm more careful. My mom, my dad, they felt more comfortable with Coach Mack, Coach Hicks, my defensive line coach, Coach Roscoe. They're in the NFL. So I mean, they teach us the right way, and so they felt comfortable.
We try to constantly teach hands and feet. Most high school players, they just run into the guy in front of them and hope that they make a play. Whereas with Tyreke, he's learning college and pro pass rush moves. He's learning how to use his hands and feet. He's very explosive. I think his explosiveness in itself will help him on the next level. You know, he's got a gift that, to be quite honest, a lot of guys don't have.
His technique has only improved since then. He had a very good career at Ohio State, and now he's ready to try to make an NFL roster.
Thanks for visiting the Sports Stars of Tomorrow YouTube channel. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe for more content.